Hey there folks, this is Keiichi, welcoming you right back to Let's Play Higurashi. This is episode... Oh, I really should have checked this before starting. Can we say 28? It might be 29. Well, there we go. So in the last episode we did the whole curry thing in chapter 3. And, you know, that was quite mad. It wasn't something that was in the anime or manga, so it was a nice surprise for me. And this episode we're going to finish up chapter 3, probably. I mean, however long it is, we'll get through this episode, so however it turns out. Anyway, let's get going. In the end, all of the onigiri was eaten by the principal, so I had to make do without lunch. What a twat. Skipping lunch, I never knew the afternoon could be so long and painful. A feeling other than drowsiness made me space out. You alright, Keiichi-kun? That's why I said you shouldn't eat Rena's curry. As if I could eat this curry with enough salt in it to make my blood pressure rise just by looking at it. What I said, as I initially refused. Oh, I read that a bit funny. I could only regret it. The hunger, the stomachache. Well, you did a good job making it through. Your absolutely hopeless situation, that is. Kei-chan, you're pretty strong when you're cornered, eh? Yeah. Don't need any compliments right now. I need food. There's something for you to eat at home, right? We don't keep snacks lying around at home. Hold on a sec. Oh, there we go. I'm back. There's something for you to eat at home, right? We don't keep snacks lying around at home. And I'm out of cup of noodles right now. Ah, pot noodles are the best. Not as good as super noodles, but you know. Ahaha. Since you're enduring that hunger so much right now, I'm sure tonight's dinner will be really tasty. I don't know, when you reach a certain point of hungriness, do you ever find that you just feel a bit sick and not hungry anymore? I had absolutely no intention of laughing along. No, he's suffering, he's not going to laugh. Well then, I'll take my leave. I have my part-time job again today. It's really rough when you're not used to the work. Ah, that job at that Angel Mort family restaurant, huh? That uniform? It was something stimulating. Hello. Being a waitress really is hard work. Eh? Michan's working as a waitress? Really? What kind of place is it? But no, Shion! God! No, I'm working at that toy store from the other day. Shion is the waitress. Ah, my bad. I completely forgot that was how it ended up being. How can you forget that? I'm sorry, you guys look so similar I mixed you up. Keiichi-kun? Who's Shion? Even Rena doesn't know about her. Rena asked the obvious question. Mion's younger twin sister. She's got a different personality, but she's a dead ringer for Mion. That's right. We look similar, but our personalities are completely different. I'm very kind and thoughtful, but Shion has a cold and scary personality. I think that when you guys were born, Shion got all the feminine aspects. Yeah, you're such a boy. Unlike Mion, she's a cute, cheerful girl. Kei-chan! Rena interjected as her eyes darted back and forth from our exchange. Is that true? Rena's never met her. Mi-chan, did you ever tell me you had a younger sister? Shion's existence was already being exposed as a cover-up. I couldn't help Mion out here. I could only have her end the charade. Oh yeah, I still haven't introduced her to you, Rena. My younger sister's name is Shion. I don't know, I didn't ask. I never met her when I went to Mi-chan's house. Yeah, that. You know, I'm the only one that lives with Granny. Shion lives at the family home in Hinamizawa. Oh my god, why do I have problems with these names? Well, we're not that close, so yeah, she doesn't come here too often. She's acting so suspicious. Rena's face indicated she wasn't sure if she was convinced. She was usually a bit of an airhead, but she was unusually sharp when it came to these kinds of things. Well, it's not a lie, please believe me. As she said, yeah, I believe you, a smile suddenly blossomed on Rena's face. Rena wants to meet her. I'll go and see her sometime. What store is she working at? What store? That is Angel Mort, didn't you? Bloody hell. She's getting more tangled in her little web. I could tell that Mion was getting increasingly frantic. I wanted to help her out, but it was hard for an outsider to butt in on family issues. Sorry. I have to get to work. Later. Renna, Keiichi-chan, see you tomorrow. She legs it as we ask her questions. Unilaterally ending the conversation, Mion headed home. No matter how you looked at it, she was running away. We'll just label this one as an emergency escape. Mi-chan was kinda cute. Wonder why, I wonder why. Renna giggled in amusement. Suspicious. Looks like we're going back home. I wonder when dinner is. Would lying down be the best way to conserve energy? It takes energy to sleep as well though, doesn't it? I heard that once. I sprawled in the entryway without even taking off my shoes. I love this music. As I was losing the last vestiges of my consciousness, the doorbell rang. Oh my god, is he dying from hunger? It seemed I had a guest. Come on in, it's open. I directed my listless voice at the door. Oh, this is the setting where Keiichi has that problem with the baseball bat, whacks the wall or something, doesn't he? In the first arc. That was quite scary. Oh, Shion. Good afternoon, huh? Keiichi-chan, what are you doing? It seemed my guest was Mion, or rather, Shion. She seemed shocked when she saw me sprawled out in the entryway. Is that Shion? Wait, why? I thought that Shion's existence was an illusion that was limited to when Mion was at the restaurant. That's why I never even considered that Shion would appear here. I heard from my sister. Because of club activities today, you weren't able to eat lunch, right? Yeah, it was a lot of trouble. Satoko spilled my pot and you stole my rice. Yeah, Mion. but I'm Shion. She grew red and began to mope. That's right, she was the younger twin right now. The younger twin with the bigger boobs. Sorry. What's up? Did you bring something for me to eat? Oh my. It's somehow disappointing that you hit the nail right on the head, but here. With a disappointed smile, Shion held out the small bento box she had hidden behind her back. Is that like a small lunchbox kind of thing? Huh? Yeah, you really brought something to eat? Thanks! There was still some of the ground beef left over from what my sister brought to school. I knew it was going to be right before dinner, but I wondered if you'd want it. Am I bothering you? Not even a bit. I'm really happy. Can I really eat this? Sneaking a look inside the box, to say that she just put some of the leftovers inside would have been a lie. There was an elegant meal stuffed inside. Is it really okay? There's not like a ton of hot sauce mixed in or anything, right? Are you as sadistic as me on Shion? Jeez, I'm not my sister. I won't do that kind of thing. Well, we'll find out. If you don't like it, you don't have to force yourself. I'll just go home and eat it myself. Torture. Saying that, she pouted cutely and made a motion as if to snatch the box back. There were some times that made me doubt that she was the same person as Mion, and this was undoubtedly one of those moments. I don't mind at all. I want to chow down on it with thanks from the bottom of my heart. It's not something to be so thankful about that your nose has to run. Shion, who had thought that I might not take the bento, looked down happily. There's not much, but do you want to come in? I can probably make some tea or something. Sorry, maybe some other time. I'm on my way to work. Oh, that's right. She did say that before. Just rinse the box out with water and give it back to my sister tomorrow, please. Of course. It would only be the proper thing to do after being allowed to eat something that looks this delicious. Well then, I'll take my leave. One last thing. Shion grew red again as she looked down once more. During that contest with the curry, my sister took your rice without permission, right? My sister fools around too much, so sometimes she gets carried away. She wasn't doing it just to be mean. Nah, Mion can't be mean. Hey, it's not like I mind that too much. There are no grudges when it comes to club activities after all. In fact, I should be the one that's thankful for all the thrills and entertainment. Could you tell that to Mion for me? Yeah! I think my sister will be very happy to hear that. Well then, I have to go. Shion smiled brightly. After bowing deeply, she left as she looked at her watch. I'm happy, but is this really okay? I looked at the bento box that she left behind. A faint warmth spread through the palm of my hand. If it were Mion, I could see hot sauce, mustard, maybe even a needle being mixed inside. A needle. But really, I don't think she would go so far as putting a needle in there. He says that now! I opened the box once again and hesitantly tasted a bit. I took a bite. And another. There was no funny business. There was no dangers at all, for it was delicious. That's right. That was Shion, not Mion, so there shouldn't have been anything to worry about. What do you reckon then? Is it 2 personalities or 2 different people? I rushed back to my room, eating as I gave my thanks. It was so delicious that my stomach could cry. Shion. No, Mion. When she heard I was so hungry I could die, she brought this over to me. It was delicious to the last bite. By the way, nothing strange had been mixed in. I was a bit embarrassed at myself for being so skeptical. Skeptical. Oh wow, is that the end of the chapter? We got a nice bit from Shion, where either Mion showed her nice side, with her second personality, or Shion, ooh, new tip, or Shion is real and she's the nice version of Mion, the nice twin version of Mion. Food for thought, but there's no picture for the achievement. That's weird. Well, anyway, we're going to check out that new tip, because that was really quick. And we would anyway. It was delicious. Come on then. Let's see what happens when Keiichi goes to Mion and says the food she made was delicious. Hey Mion. Here. What is it, Kei-chan? I thrust the bento box she'd given me yesterday at her face. It had the food you gave me in it. Thanks. It was great. Mion's face quickly flushed bright red. Hey, no, you were the one pretending to be Shion when you gave it to me. You're gonna give it away if you get all red like that when you're being Mion. At this rate, she might trip and fall right into her own grave, so I decided to help her out. She's not gonna die, is she? Listen, I was pretty hungry yesterday. Out of the blue, Shion came all the way to my house and gave me some food in a bento box. This is that box. Make sure you wash it out. Right. Shion's really considerate, huh? That was so transparent. Was Mion always this terrible at lying? Well, she's good in club activities when she needs to lie and trick people. Her expression was different than usual, but it looked strangely cute. So, what did you think? You two are like peas in a pod. You're twins, right? Obviously look the same. They make themselves look different enough to tell them apart though. Most twins I know have never done that. I've known 2 sets of twins in my life, and they've always looked exactly the same, dressed the same. You know. Not that. Mion looked kind of bewildered, like she was waiting for a specific answer. When she said impression, maybe she didn't mean me, Shion, but the bento. Oh, of course. It was delicious. Really? I never lie about liking food. If I say something's good, then it's objectively good. You can feel free to give my recommendations to every single person you meet. Tell Shion it was seriously great, alright? Okay. Tell Shion, right? I will. I think she'll be happy. It's not very often that Keiichi and Mion get on so well, is it? They're normally at each other's throats, in a friendly way, but... We're going along with Shion having given it to me, not Mion, aren't we? Yet her laugh, it came from deep down and it sounded really happy. I guess she really can laugh nicely enough that just looking at her makes me feel better too. A sarcastic remark made its way onto my tongue, but I swallowed it back. Good old Keiichi. As Mion went to put the bento box in her bag, she noticed a clattering noise. Kei-chan, there's something inside. Huh? Wow. Yeah, she opened it. The thing inside was a little embarrassing, so I wish she hadn't opened it here. Panicking, I hid it with my hands. The mother told me to put them in as thanks. I didn't come up with it or anything. Don't get the wrong idea. It's so pretty. Candy. Oh, I do like candy. There's a handful of candies, neatly wrapped in paper, inside the sparkly clean bento box. When I was cleaning the box out yesterday in the sink, Mom came over and interrogated me, and I fessed up as to who had given me the food. Then she told me that something like this called for a display of gratitude. I didn't want to because it was embarrassing, so I argued that it wouldn't be like me to do that. See, is all of Japan like this? Does all of Japan do the people have such good respect for each other and everything? That's such a big difference from where I live. Well, that's what happened. I mean, I was so embarrassed it felt like fire might shoot out of my face. Mion laughing the whole thing off like she usually did would be fine, but for some reason she was staring at the candy in the box with fascination. Thank you. Don't thank me. Thank my mom, she put them in there. But besides, you're not the one I need to be thanking, right, Mion? Those are for Shion, okay? Ah, right. You're right. Okay. I'll be sure to tell Shion. I just know she'll be happy. Mion, looking a little downtrodden, put the lid back on the box. Seemed like I ended up saying something a little mean at the end. Oh. Is that it? No, there's more. But these tips, they seem... Like in the first game, they seemed like side things that didn't really matter. The tips in this game so far, this arc, seem a lot more integral to the story, where you get to see the results of things that happen in the main parts, you know, the main chapters. Mi-chan, you look sort of cozy today. Did something happen? Did it? Perhaps she's caught a fever. The red in her face is probably due to the increased body temperature. Mion's acting weird. Hey Rika, why are you petting my head? Sadako, I'm sure you'll be able to catch fevers soon enough. Pet pet. That was a nice one actually. Mion and Keiichi getting along really well. I liked it. I liked that chapter part altogether. Still, nothing dark is going on in the game. It will soon enough, I'm sure. So let's save. And that's going to be a pretty short episode. I'm surprised. Save it there. So, end of chapter 3. This has been GreenyXI. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again in a bit when we go for chapter 4. And things are bound to pick up soon. Although I'm still enjoying this light-hearted stuff so far. I like both I like both sides of this game, where you have the light-sided stuff where you get to enjoy the company of the characters, and then you get the darker side where you lose the humour of the game for the most part, but you get such a good sense of dread and tension throughout till the end then that it's still really enjoyable, you know? It's like two sides of the same coin, kind of. Anyway, thanks again for watching. See you again in a bit, folks.